Yes?
Good evening, ma'am. I'm the detective investigating Dariush's death. May I come in to ask you a couple of questions?
I was afraid this might happen. Well, come on in.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I get you anything? Coffee, tea, scotch?
With the week I've had, I can't refuse a glass of scotch.
Having a hard week, huh?
Yes, that's why I'm here. I'm hoping you might help me understand who Dariush really was and why his death occurred.
Rocks?
Neat, please.
Well, I was Dariush's court-ordered therapist as part of his probation.
Probation? What was he caught for?
Many petty crimes here and there. Crimes that were beneath him, frankly. That was until he started reading those books about revolutionaries.
What, like he was a commie?
No, he'd read Huey Newton, Bobby Seale, Abbie Hoffman, Malcolm X, etc. Stuff like that.
And what happened after he read these books?
At first, he started to behave like their authors. He would praise a social and cultural revolution that would free all men from the oppression of the government and shit. Sort of like a libertarian. But he soon realized that all these men died for their cause. That's when he started questioning the point of the ideas he fought for, and if it wouldn't be wiser to simply and selfishly serve his own interest.
I see. I have to ask this, ma'am. In your many hours of therapy, did it ever occur to you that Dariush suffered from some sort of disorder?
Disorder? No. You have to understand, when I first met Dariush, I soon realized his way of thinking was out of the ordinary. But orient those thoughts to the wrong direction, and it can be devastating.
And in any of your sessions, did Dariush ever mention harming himself? I don't know, someone wanting to harm him?
He did often mention how in order to become a new man, he had to kill his old self. But I had no reason to believe he meant that literally. He had no suicidal tendencies, you see.
So what changed?
Well, on our last session, Dariush seemed very different. Usually he would be very passionate about the matters we discussed and would show a lot of ambition when we talked about his future. But this time, he was somewhat unsettling and nonchalant. As he was staring into space and barely listening to me, I could tell he wasn't himself anymore. He also kept mumbling and muttering stuff to himself.
What stuff? What was he saying?
Nothing clear, really. Although he did mention making a deal with someone.
Do you have any idea what he was referring to?
No idea, but I will tell you this. For months, I had been talking to someone who in a day radically changed to become something else on every level. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally.
Ma'am, earlier, when you opened the door and I told you I was working on Dariush's case, the first thing you said was, I was afraid this might happen. What did you mean by that?
You know, as a doctor, I only believe in what I see. And what I saw that day, on the day Dariush changed, on our last session, was a different man. It appeared as though he had finally killed himself to become someone new. If you ask me, it's almost as if he had sold his soul.